we need to make our churches native friendly. I was between Sabbath school and church, and I was out on the front porch, kind of get a breath of fresh air. It was kind of a misty day, and this car drove up, a taxi cab. And they were run by these Muslim people, you know, with the turbans on their head, you know. And when they were there, I couldn't see who was in it because I was up so high on these steps. There was long steps, big steps. But there was a lot of consternation and fumbling going on. And what they were trying to do is he was trying to get his fare, you know, getting the money to pay. And, but nothing was happening. And just then, two of the people from that church went right down there and helped him get out, and both of them were drunk. And they were helping him up the steps. In fact, the lady was so drunk so that they had to pick up one foot and put it up on the step, push her up, and pick up the other foot and push her up. And they came right up in front of me, you know. And the pastor and he said, "This is Alice." And the other one was helping Tom come up. Tom is her husband. And she said, "Oh," and they said, "We want you to meet Pastor Church." And they said, "Oh, Dennis, we fell off the wagon last night. We got in a big fight and we fell off the wagon." You know what Dennis said? "That's all right, Alice. The big thing is you're here today." And just then, two of the native people came up and took Alice off their arms, you know. And I must have had a stunned look. I've learned if you don't know what to say, Doug, you don't say anything at all, you know. And as the two native ladies were taking her to sit her down in the back where she wouldn't cause a lot of, you know, loud noise or anything, they saw the look on my face and they went like this, "We've been there." I came back 10 months later to help them with the groundbreaking for their new church. And I was sitting in Sabbath school, and this lady got up in front, and they had this group of people that gave the Sabbath school lesson, not lesson, but the mission story and the special feature and the special music and all, and she just orchestrated that thing. And I looked at that woman and I thought, where have I seen this woman before? And you know, when you get old, this is what you do. You go, A, B, C, D, you know, trying to figure this thing out. And when it came to the end, she said, "Are there any announcements we need to make?" And somebody in the back raised their hand and said, "Alice, don't forget to tell them about IBOF." I tell you, I was so weak when that happened. And when that happened, this was that drunk lady 10 months earlier. I about fell out of my chair. I really did. I just kind of had to hold. I couldn't believe it was the same person. And then there was Tom. He helped take up the offering. He had a pair of bib overalls on, clean as a whistle. You could just tell that he hadn't been drinking. And when it came time for the lunch, they would let the pastor go first, and I sat down, and who should sit across from me but Tom and Alice? And the funny thing about it was they'd say, "Oh, Pastor Church, we just enjoyed your sermon so much today. Is this your first visit here?" I said, "No, I've been here before." And I said, "I'm sure you're excited about your new church." "Oh, we just love our church. Our people are so good. They're so loving to us. And you know, where we were hurting before, they were so patient with us. And you know, we've been dry for 9 months now." Folks, that's the kind of church that you have to develop and work with and put together before you need it friendly. And that church is just thriving.